Welcome to video 22 in the Professional Service Firm online video series. In this penultimate video, we're going to look at what are the ways in which you should be presenting materials when using video. Online video allows you to talk to prospects and clients relating to different services on a highly targeted basis. This is where its power lies. It's critical. It's critical because each prospect has their own very different information needs and wants, and each has a very different level of awareness of the firm and its capabilities. So the way you talk or what you present to one may not be appropriate to the way you talk and present to another. But when using video, this is not a problem, because you have the option to go with multiple presentations using a variety of channels focused on different types of prospects in terms of what they know and their level of relationship with the firm. Using well-focused keywords, you can target your videos by service and target client, whether they have experience of your services or not, by geographic location and many other factors. The flexibility is huge. You've just got to think it through in the first place and get your strategic plan in place. What are you trying to achieve? And then look at it tactically so that the videos are appropriately focused on the market segments you wanted to convey specific messages to. In reality, people will only find your video if you've sent it to them direct, or if they've found it on your website on a page dedicated to a specific service or a sector or type of client, if you've targeted the video at specific groups expressing an interest, if they've seen it on your blog, or if they've found you on one of the social bookmarking sites, or if they've used keywords or keyword phrases in a search engine to find exactly what they're looking for and for which you've optimized your video or that particular web page where the video is to be found. Now, at the heart of thinking about how you're going to be presenting your materials is the keyword research that comes at the outset. If your keyword research is well founded, then those people watching your videos will be highly qualified. This means people visiting your site or video will be as near as possible the exact people you prepared the video for and who you want to get to know, who you want to build a relationship with. Providing the keywords you've targeted and which you've used to promote your video are highly relevant to what is being said in the video, then you've achieved a well-qualified match. You've got the right people coming and you've got the right message for those people, from your perspective and from theirs. Not only will you be happy with the people visiting, but the people who are visiting will be happy too. Now, in terms of video style and format, this is hugely adaptive. You've got many options that you can use. You can talk direct, the typical talking, sitting, standing style of presentation, which is very popular. You can talk direct, supported by presentations of PowerPoint slides that are running concurrently as you're looking now. You can use an interview style to add a human dynamic and greater credibility. You can use a series of slides and images with a voiceover. You can use a series of slides with just music and commentary. You don't always have to be talking. You can use screen capture software. It's freely available, Camcast. A video presentation recording of what you're doing on the screen. With a voiceover and music, it's very powerful. And you can use live video, showing you out and about or in the office, doing things, perhaps even providing the service that you are purporting to be offering to the people who are watching. Always remember, you don't always have to be talking, and sometimes it's best to let people read. So develop creativity in that regard too. The choice simply comes down to how best to achieve your desired end, and of course the resources available to complete things on a timely basis. There is no magic or perfect formula, but this said, there is absolutely no reason to overcomplicate matters. The simplest of presentations often have the greatest impact, as they can be used to convey all that needs saying with just the right tone, without the risk of attempted sophistication or distraction getting in the way of the message. If you try and compete with the television, you'll fail, so don't. It's not necessary. Now, this week I've spoken to 3 clients who've all talked about the regulatory authority dilemma. Now, this is one we've just got to get over. Without a doubt, when you're making videos, you've actually got to be checking what you're saying from an authenticity and regulatory perspective. This may be time consuming, it has to be done, but it's done in whatever promotional medium you're using. So why is it I hear so often we really have to be so careful about what we say? And then they go on to say that's a reason for not doing a video. To that I've just got to say, get over it, get started, prepare your materials, check your scripts, and then when everything's okay, go and make the videos. The biggest problem for most firms is that they're working so hard in the business on client matters that the business planning, the strategic work, the marketing activity doesn't get done. Procrastination reigns. All I can say is stop it. It's through video and use of the social media and a transformation of your marketing approach that is going to be the basis for you taking your business to the next level. Due to the hugely improved way that you can now communicate using video and build relationships, you'll be able to secure, trust, build rapport, and get people to know, like, and trust you in a whole new way. Therein lies the real value of video, and you have to get using it, because if you're not going to, your competition certainly are going to be. Now, your choice of which type of video to use will come down to what you're trying to achieve and where in the communication campaign each video fits. Generally speaking, it's best if videos used to introduce people, the firm and its services, and those used to present factual information are presented in different formats. Where you're aiming to build personal rapport, a view of you on screen is by far the best. But where you're getting over factual information in how-to style presentations, FAQ style presentations, then short bullet point summations of what you're saying may be better. But there's no hard and fast rules. That said, you really need to get yourself on screen. When using video to keep in contact, such as when using video in an autoresponder series, or on your website, or in a blog, then a personal presentation where people can actually see the colour of your eyes, that's very important. And providing the reason for keeping in touch and the content of your video always adds value and is meaningful to the recipient. This will help to build tremendous relationships and a bond of trust like nothing else. Always remember, people buy people first. We've already said many times in this series, people simply no longer want to read, nor do they perceive they have the time to do so. So we've also said that video is something that they're willing to give time for, because in many ways it actually provides them with a basis to relax, take on board information, and think in very different ways to the way they do when they're reading. Now, this means adapting presentations in the way that clients appreciate. You should be using highly focused videos, typically lasting no more than 2 to 3 minutes, focusing in on current and emerging trends, making things interesting, not over-intellectualizing, using the language of the person being spoken to, and on adding huge value. You need to be focusing on ensuring the content is meaningful for those being targeted. What may be of value to one may not be to another. So getting the focus right is essential. The fact that you can segment for example using your autoresponder lists to make what you send to each group more relevant, really is important and very valuable. That's it for this video. In the next video, and the final video, we'll be talking about taking your business to the next level using online video and the social media. See you there.